President Trump says no deal has been reached on the DACA program, despite assertions from Democrats. The president is standing by a campaign promise for tougher border security measures as part of any package that gets his approval. Weijia Jiang joins us now live from the White House. Weijia, obviously there's been a lot of back and forth on this overnight and early this morning. What do we know about where it stands at this point?
Yeah, I want to walk you through some of the key points on the timeline, starting with dinner last night here at the White House. The president hosted Democratic leaders Senator Chuck Schumer and Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi, and it was after that dinner that they released a joint statement saying we agreed to enshrine the protections of DACA into law quickly and to work out a package of border security, excluding the wall. That's acceptable to both sides. But you're right. Then this morning, first thing, President Trump tweeted no deal was made last night on DACA. Massive border security would have to be agreed in exchange for consent and would be subject to vote. After that, both Schumer and Pelosi have also spoken out, and they said they stand by their original statement that they had all come to an agreement. So at this point, perhaps it is a matter of semantics, because when you use the word deal, the assumption is that it's a done deal, and that's not the case, because even though they are doing this delicate dance of working together, they each have their own policy goals as well. So while they have come to an agreement and they seem to all be on the same page, a deal has not been done because the president is right. Congress would have to approve that first. So right now it's still sorting out who gets what in this deal with, of course, the DACA recipients and those young people caught in the middle.
And what about them? What about the so-called dreamers, the kids who were brought to this country by their parents? What do they take away from all this? Are they hopeful?
Well, I think they should be hopeful, because based on what both the Democratic leaders have said and what the president has said, even this morning, they are committed to finding a deal and to protecting these DACA recipients. In fact, the president, in his string of tweets this morning, said, who would want to throw out young people who have accomplished so much, who have served the country, who have done so much? So he has also listened to Republicans, not only Democrats, and many constituents who are opposed to this idea of just getting rid of DACA altogether. So Pelosi and Schumer have said their path that they agreed on is the DREAM Act, which of course does provide protections to these young people and eventually a path to citizenship. Again, what matters here is the terms of the deal. And the president has stressed that he will not approve anything or support anything that does not include border security. So again, it's just working out the politics of it, but I think that both sides are committed to finding a solution to make sure that these young immigrants have help that they need here.
We'll see how it all plays out. All right, Weijia Jiang live for us at the White House today.